Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Falling Over Books. For today's video I'm doing a 50 Shades Darker movie review. I saw the movie last night and my initial reaction was, wow, this one is so much better than the first one. I just kind of want to disclaim before I really review the movie. I love books. I'm a fan of the books, and the first movie was alright. I am in no way like a professional movie reviewer. I don't even like to do review videos of any kind, so I just kind of wanted this to be more of a discussion and like my initial thoughts on the movie and everything. So it's not really a review. I just kind of talk about the movie and like how I felt about it. So majority of this part will be spoiler free, but there are some things I do want to talk that are spoilerish, so I'll put in the down bar the time stamp of where I start talking about all of the spoilers, so just to let you know. So I reread 50 Shades Darker on Monday because I wanted to kind of have like a clear idea of what was in the movie and what was not, like what was just in the book, because I actually forget like a lot of what happened, so that was like a really refresher. And then I also rewatched the first movie on Wednesday, so the day before I went to go see 50 Shades Darker, which also was a good thing because I hadn't seen it in a while, so it was a good refresher. You don't need to rewatch the first movie to go see this one, but you might be a little confused because it's been over 2 years since the first one came out, so maybe just look up a quick like refresher video or something, I don't know, if you don't want to rewatch the whole first movie. Also, another thing before you go see this movie, make sure you stay till after the credits, because there's a preview for 50 Shades Freed, so stay the whole time because if you don't you'll miss it, and the sneak preview is great. Alright, so let's kind of discuss the movie. So I really enjoyed this one. Like, it was so much better than the first movie. Just everything about it I liked a lot more. The new like set designs, I liked them more than the first one. Like, it just was a lot better. I think because when the first one came out, they kind of just like listened to a lot of the people's problems with the first one, and so they changed it for the second one, which I'm so happy about because there were so many things in the first movie that I just didn't like. And this one was just so much better. I don't really have much to complain about in general. It was just, there was so much humor in this one, which was great because Anna is quite funny in the books. She has like that weird, like sarcastic sense of humor, and that was definitely in the movie, which I appreciated because it's kind of a heavy movie if there's no humor, and there was a great amount of humor, so I really like that. This movie is more of a love story. I feel like people go into this movie expecting like lots of sex and whatnot, but this ultimately is a love story. The books are a love story. I don't know why you expect to go into this movie just thinking like every 5 scenes is gonna be sex, because it's not. It's a love story. They're in a relationship, like, you know? So if you're expecting like a big plot, don't, because there's not. It's a love story. It's them moving forward with their relationship and trying to work out their issues together. So yeah, there's not much plot, but that I kind of like think the book doesn't have much plot either. Not that, like, I really think about it, it's just a big old love story with lots of drama. It was as I was saying, it was really funny, and it was like, there were a lot of cute moments and like romantic moments, which also happened in the book too, so it wasn't like really a surprise for me, but it seemed a lot cuter on screen than in the book for some reason. I don't know why. And still, it was quite sexy of a movie. Not that many sex scenes, which I'm fine with because it doesn't need to be all about the sex scenes. It's just, it's a romance story. Like, it doesn't need to be like every 5 scenes a sex scene. So I was happy with those, but I am kind of like a little about how Dakota was more naked than Jamie was in the movie, and I just feel like that was a little unfair. Like, she was more nude than he was, which, like, it should be equal. Like, they should be equal in nudity, and they weren't. She was more naked than he was, which is Hollywood, sadly. Yeah, and I really enjoyed James Foley's directing. I don't know how you can say that. It was kind of same vibes as the first movie. Like, it was just beautifully shot, and there were a lot of like wide shots, which I like. You can tell there's a difference in directors because I feel like this one was just shot better. I don't know. Even though I did really like Sam Taylor Johnson. I mean, she did a phenomenal job on directing the first one. I think my problem with the first one was more the script, and like all of that. And this one was just better with the script, and ultimately the whole movie did a lot better because of that, if that makes sense. And if you did not know, E.L. James's husband wrote the script. A lot of people think her husband is the director. He's not. He wrote the script, or the screenplay. Yeah. The soundtrack was interesting. I am not always a big fan of pop music in every scene. Not every scene, but like in a lot of the sex scenes, I don't really like pop music playing. Like, I would rather have something like maybe with no lyrics, or maybe just like, I don't know, but it went well with the movie, and I think that that's what matters, is like it went well with the movie, but I just personally wasn't like obsessed with it, you know? So for this movie, Jamie had a dialect coach, finally. For the first one, I don't think he did, which you could tell because you can hear it in the first one. You can hear his accent a little bit. In this one, his accent was a lot better. I mean, there was an odd moment where you could tell, like, oh, that sounds Irish. But yeah, this one was just a lot better, and he talked a lot clearer in this one. So I'm really happy that they decided to get him a dialect coach because he needed it a little bit. I also really liked Dakota's makeup and hair and outfits in this one a lot better than the first one. I don't know why they made her look like so dull in the first one. Like, I understand she's not supposed to be like super pretty, but like they tried to make her like look really bad in the first one, which I don't get why. So this one, she had like better makeup and hair and her outfits, but that progresses as the books go along too. Like, her outfits get better as the book goes along, so obviously that happens in the movie. And Jamie, with his beard, he had like I don't know what it's called, not a full-on beard, but it was like prickly. I don't know what that's called. I loved that. I love that because the first one, like, he just looked weird, and this one he just looked better with a little bit of facial hair. So I'm glad they decided to do that for the next two. Great. Whoever idea was that is perfect. Also, I loved Jamie's outfits in this one as Christian. He wore like more white shirts instead of like actual suits and stuff, which I liked. So I think that's all I can talk about that is not a spoiler. But overall, I just really enjoyed this movie. I really want to go see it again. And it was just a lot funner and funnier, cuter, but yet like had serious tones. Oh yeah, Leela, right? Leela was great, but seeing it in the movie made it kind of like pointless. I guess it was just to add like a thriller aspect, but it seemed kind of pointless, I guess, in the movie, but it was still fine. Like, it's not like I hated it or anything. But yeah, that was great. Jack was terrifying. He was great. Eric Johnson played Jack, if I'm correct. And he was phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next one with him because, well, I kind of already knew he was a great actor because I'd seen him in something before. So I kind of knew he was a good actor, so he played a great Jack. And Elena, played by Kim Basinger, she was great, even though I hate her. She was great. Rhoda and Jamie had a lot more chemistry in this one. They were a lot comfortable with each other, which you can tell because it doesn't seem like as forced. It genuinely seems like they like each other and that they're friends, and this movie just worked on, like, it just worked better for literally everything. Like, every aspect was so much better than the first one. Yeah, that's kind of it. Christian's family is more involved in this movie, which I like, but that's kind of the same goes with the book. His family is more involved, so that was awesome. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it that I want to discuss that's non-spoilery. Overall, it's a really great movie. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I'll link my Letterboxd down below where I review literally every movie that I watch. I don't write an actual like review, but I rate it, the movie, so you can go check out my Letterboxd. Okay, now we're at the spoilery part. So I wanted to talk about the scenes that were cut out and the characters that were cut out. So I read the book on Monday, as I said, and Sawyer was in the book, which I forgot about. I thought he was only in the 3rd book, but he's not. He's in the 2nd book, so whatever. But I knew like he wasn't going to be in this movie, but then when I read the book and I was like, oh, Sawyer's in here, but he's going to be in the 3rd one. So if you don't remember who Sawyer is, he's Anna's bodyguard. Dr. Flynn was cut out. I think he was cut out due to timing, because Hugh Dancy did film his role, but they cut him out, I think, probably due to timing, I'm assuming. Ethan was not in the movie. I don't even think they cast Ethan. Ethan was Kate's brother, and he was friends with Anna, which makes sense. I agree with that cutout. It was just kind of a pointless character to add in the book, so I'm kind of happy they cut him out. Although, doesn't he fall in love with Mia in the 3rd one? I can't remember, but yeah, so they cut him out, which is fine with me. They cut out the the beginning was very different. So in the book, Christian takes Anna to Jose's art gallery show, and in the movie they just kind of meet there, which I kind of liked better because it had more of her like independence-ness in it. I don't know if that makes sense. I just liked her the beginning of the movie. her doing it, like everything by herself. But then they cut out the alleyway scene, like alleyway kiss scene, which I'm fine with. That was kind of unnecessary. Two sex scenes. Well, one scene that was in the trailer was not in the movie, and that is the pool table scene. Which I'm really surprised it wasn't in the movie because it was literally in every trailer, and I kind of forgot about it till like I got out of the movie theater and I was like, wait, they didn't play pool. So that was obviously cut out, and then the vanilla ice cream sex scene was cut out. And that is a for sure thing because I think it was James Foley that said it was cut out due to timing. And yeah. So hopefully a lot of those scenes that were cut out will be on the DVD. I really, really hope so because for the first one we got like no deleted scenes, we got like no bloopers, we got nothing. We just got like extra behind the scenes. Really? Also, where was Anna's mom? Okay, so if you rewatch the first movie, Anna's mom is, you know, involved in there. She's probably in like 3-4 scenes. In this movie, there's no mention of Anna's family. And this is a spoiler. I mean, she gets engaged, she moves in with her boyfriend, and yet she does not talk to her mom once. To me, that seems weird. Like, I don't know. Because she talked to her mom so much in the first one, you would think like she would at least call her mom and be like, oh, I'm moving in with Christian, or oh, I'm getting married. And like there was no conversation about it, which maybe they cut that out as well due to timing, but like there was like they could have even had just a phone call, but there was like nothing, no mention of her mom. I just found that so weird because her mom was so much in the first one. Oh yeah, the submissive scene. Okay, this is the scene where Christian submits to Anna. I feel like that maybe because I knew what was coming, and like I kind of had already watched it on the internet because they released so many scenes on the internet, which also I feel like was a bad move because I feel like I already saw half of the movie. Yeah, I just didn't feel like the submissive scene was that powerful. Like I didn't feel like it was so intense. Like in the book, it's like a really intense, like important moment, and in the movie it just wasn't that intense. I don't really know how to explain it. And in the book, the submissive scene is where Christian proposes or asks her to marry him, but in the movie they do it in the bed, which I kind of like. I thought it was cuter, and yeah. The Freed, the preview for 50 Shades Freed. Oh my gosh, the wedding. I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. It showed a little bit of the wedding and the honeymoon. It's like a 30 to 50 second clip. Like it's not really, like it's nothing major. It's just a lot of like flashy clips. I'm so excited though. It's gonna be amazing. So that is kind of all that I have to talk about, like my feelings on the movie. I definitely want to go see it again, which I probably won't. I'll probably wait till it's on DVD, but I really like this one better. If you like the books, if you were alright with the first movie, go see this one because this one is so much better. Like you will come out of that theater so happy that they did so much better on this one, and just please go see it. Please go see it. Support Dakota and Jamie and Team 50 because they worked so hard on this one, and go support it. Alright, that's it I have to say. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie down below. Did you like it? Did you not? What was your favorite scene? And what are you excited for in the next movie? Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!